Previously, we have seen how this boy wanted to go to a fitting room inside a clothing retail store, even though he had some assistance from another person giving him the exact fit of the clothes that he wants to wear. Now, just look at the happiness on the face of this boy once he also knows that he only has to choose just the matching shirt because he's already selected the right size pants, which is right in front of him, which is in his hands. Hi, so this is Srikant Angirala from Whitson, and today's tip video, let's continue the discussion of decline curve analysis fitting graphically. But just as how the boy had already, the pant in his hands, now he just had to choose the kind of shirt. Today, let's also discuss the same sort of decline curve analysis fit on the production data, but given the constraint of the value of the B factor, that is the rate exponent. Before I bring about the software, Whitson Plus interface, let's talk about a few work that is done by Mr. Fitkovich in the past. What he tried to do is he tried to correlate the B factor of or the rate exponent from the RC equation to the exact sort of a kind of a flow regimes within the reservoir. Now, what he saw was if the B factor is almost greater than or equal to 1, then it's more of an approximation of an infinite acting or a transitional flow regime, which can be approximated to a linear flow within the hydraulic fracture reservoirs. Now, if the B factor is almost between 0 and 1, then that could be said as a boundary dominated flow. And as the B factor value is increasing from 0, it could be approximated to a more greater energy support, which is equated to a more recovery factor efficiency. And we can see how the kind of different flow regimes and energy support are when the B value is greater than 0 and it is increasing towards 1. So for today's exercise, let's try to fix a particular B value within the range of zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.4, approximating it to have a solution gas drive sort of a reservoir, and see how we can do the fit visually given that particular constraint. So let's dive into the software, and this is how the Whitson Plus interface looks like. And we know we've already seen that by moving these 3 points on the black curve, how we can change the shape and the decline fit of an RC equation over on top of your production data. Now, what do I want to do is I want to do a fit with 3 different cases, right? So let's try to create a case. My first case would be B is equal to 0.1. Right, let me just call that. I will also create another new case of B is equal to 0.25 because I want to keep everything in between 0.1 and 0.4. Let me try to create another case. My final case would be is equal to 0.4. Okay, so for my current case, let me move back to my B is equal to 0.1, and I'll take the help of this small lock button on the interface. So which kind of locks my B value? And let's say my B value is 0.1 and I've locked that value. You can instantly see how the graph or the black fit kind of changed on the interface, right? Now, let me move this value, move the middle point so that I can have a good match on the production data. Well, I think this is kind of a good match. I'll leave it right over there. Next, I'll move on to my next case of P.25, and I'll change this once again of 0.25, ensuring that I'm locking my B factor at that particular value. And I once again move the black curve on the visual graph here, and this seems to be a good fit. I'll leave it right over there. And then finally, I'll come back to my final case of P is equal to 0.4. I'll lock this value and B 0.4. The fit kind of is good. So as I'm doing that, I'm moving this middle point. I see that my B value is not changing, but it's keeping it 0.4, and I'm trying to match with the kind of fit I have on the curve. Okay, this is a good match. Let me try to bring back all of my cases for the viewing purpose. So we can see across my purple color, pink color, and the black. Purple being more of 0.1, pink is 0.25, and black or black line is more of a 0.04. And we can see how the overall cumulative oil also is changing with respect to these peak factors on the below curve right over here. A purple is more of a conservative sense, which is more P is equal to 0.1, low recovery factor, low energy support. And as B is increasing, which is 0.4, we can see the oil rate and the cume is more on the optimistic side with a little bit more of recovery factor or the energy support. So hope you liked the Tip Tuesday video for this time. This is part 2 of decline curve analysis fit. Stay tuned for more videos and hopefully we'll discuss more on the auto fitting options in my next video. Thank you.